Guys, this is Pratap here again, and today we are going to talk about VTP. So, VLAN trunking protocol. So, VTP will be the topic for the day. So, guys, regarding the VTP, how it works, like you see, the VTP works in the layer 2. Like VTP will be having three types of VTP: VTP server, VTP client, and VTP transparent. So regarding the information about VTP server, VTP client, and VTP transparent, the information is here. Now, how VTP works, that also information is given here. Now, VTP, how it sends the information, how it receives the information, that all we are discussed here. Like VTP message types, like what kind of message it updates or send or receive. This all. Now, VTP versions, like how many types of VTP versions are there? Like version 1, version 2, and version 3. These are the three types up there. Now, these are the commands. So, how you can execute VTP. So, if you see here VTP server, if you like to configure VTP as a server, this is VTP client, and this is VTP transparent. Now, how to create the VLAN, how to check that VLAN information. So these all things are there. Anyways, I will be doing the configuration and I will show you up. So now, if you want to check that VTP status, so you can go here and you can type the command show VTP status. That then it is going to show you up like pruning. So while we were talking about the VTP pruning, so this is the VTP pruning. So now if you want to see the VTP whether it is enabled or disabled, so you will be giving here. So VTP status, you can check it here. VTP is disabled. Now show interface pruning, you also see the pruning is not enabled. Now once we'll be giving that command here like VTP pruning, and immediately it's enabled. So those things we will be discuss. Okay, so let's do that, the configuration and all. In short, once again, I'm expecting like you will be going through this doc, and but still in short I'm telling like what exactly the VTP will be. Suppose you are working in a very large organization. So you're working for a very large enterprise organization and you're having plenty of switches. All right, guys. So you're having plenty of switches. So these are the switches. You can imagine, let's say this is your switch 1, this is your switch 2, switch 3, and switch 4. So, and you are the admin, okay, main network admin. So what do you want? You don't want like some people, let's say this is second floor, this is third floor, this is fourth floor, this switch are there. You don't want somebody from that fourth floor or somebody from the third floor, so they will be accessing the switch with the console and they will create some VLAN. So in that way it will be very difficult to manage, right? So that's what we will be doing. We will be configuring VTP, whatever we will be configuring on that VTP server, and it will be transferred to the client. So only one thing you have to remember. So any of the site should be trunk, like it will be in the trunk mode. So then only this information will be forwarded to Okay, so this all information is given there. I just not explaining over here, just I don't want that video will be so large, and that's what. So you can see here VTP server, how the VTP server will be functioning. This is VTP client will be functioning, transparent and all this. Okay, so let's go to the lab, guys. So once we'll be talking about the lab, so this is one kind of lab I'm using. If you want to do these things with that packet tracer, Cisco packet tracer, like this one I'm talking about again and again, Cisco packet tracer. So you can do it if you are very new to network, Cisco network, so you can do it that, or if you want to try with some of that Cisco products. This is Cisco virtual internet routing lab. Actually that is Cisco VIRL. So you can create some account and you can practice this one. This is also good. Okay, so how to use that Cisco VIRL lab? So you can see it here. Okay, all that documents will be available there in this, or else you can do it here, like that is if also if you like to do with the GNS, you can do with the GNS also. Okay, so now if you want to perform this in the packet tracer also, that also can be done. Okay, if you like to do in this in the packet tracer, so this will be the Cisco packet tracer. So let's you take a switch here. This is switch, this is switch. Now you connect with the cable, you connect with the cable. So initially it is red, it will take 50 seconds to come up green. So now once we'll be going here and click on CLI, you can see the console. And if you do hit here, once you'll click on this, you open that. Now you can see the console of the switch, right? So the same thing, there is no much changes. So I was showing you up in this packet tracer. So you can go here, we can see. And okay, so what we will do in that packet tracer, let's say I will make this one as a server. This will be server, and this will be client. Okay guys, so how to configure server, how to configure client, that we'll be doing. So the task we will do, first we'll know how to configure server, how to configure client, and number 3 we'll check how to see that. Okay, and for your reference, already commands and everything is already there, but still I'm showing you up. It will, in case you are missing something somewhere, so you can take a reference. So these are the commands are here. Also if you need any commands, help or something, so you can put it that your comment, your name, email, and then you can post, so it will come to me and I will help you out on that. Anyways, so let's come back to that action. So if you see the diagram, this is your server and this is your client. So first we'll be configuring this one. Let's say this is switch 1 and we'll configure that. So let's do that. So we will be typing here conft. Now I'm typing there here, like typing VTP mode server. Now see, in the note I have already mentioned that once we'll be configuring any server, mean anything. So it is telling like by default, yes, all the switches are in the server mode. That's what once you'll give the command VTP mode server, you can see it here. So it's saying server is already, this device is already in the server mode. All right. So next we'll check VTP domain, let's say cisco.com, or you can put that network red.net. Now VTP password, let's say Cisco. We have done it. Now once we'll be going back and check that command show VTP status. Now what all you can see it here, guys. So first of all, that by default VTP revision number is this. Revision number is 0. See, we have not made any changes. More number of time we will be making changes, so it will keep increase. All right. Now number of existing VLAN as of now, how many? 5. So if you see here, show VLAN brief. So you can see here how many VLAN is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what it is showing up here. It's showing up here is 5, and that operation mode is what? Operating mode is server. Pruning is disabled. VTP version which is running here, like version 2 is running up here. All right. Now we'll be doing that same thing with the client. Let's go there. We'll be working on the client. This is that we are taking as a client. Now conft. Now we'll be giving command here, VTP mode client, VTP domain, now VTP password Cisco. All right. Now we'll be going to the other switch. Let's say switch 0, and you check show VTP status. So in the switch 0, you have seen it. So VTP status, it was server. Now you go here in the switch 1 and check it, show VTP status. Now you can see it's a client. Now in the theory I have already wrote there, you can check it. So in client you can't create VLAN. Let's say if you are trying to create VLAN, let's say VLAN 10, you give it. See, VTP VLAN configuration not allowed when the device is in client mode. But if you go here, if we go here in that server, if you go into the server, you check that so VTP, sorry, let's create a VLAN. Let's say VLAN 100. Now check here, show VLAN. Now you can see here VLAN 100 has been created. But if you try this one in the client, let's say VLAN 100, see, you can't do it. So I hope you got it. Now So interface pruning. Okay, guys, in a packet tracer, this model of the switch, the pruning doesn't support, so that we will be doing in that uh, in here. We are going to show you up here. Okay, so as of now, let me tell you what all you have learned. So first, we have let me take you here. So first, we have made this one as a client. This is the server, and this is client, and we have wrote that command there. So what all command we have set here? VTP mode server, then VTP domain, now VTP password, now same way we have put it here, VTP mode client, VTP domain, now VTP password. So guys, now I have something to tell you here. Like, if you give the wrong domain name in the client side and wrong password, so it will not match. I mean, it will give you some error called mismatch. Some error you will be generating on that CLI mode. Okay. So some of the error messages it's going to show you up there. Okay. So we have done the configuration here, like you see. Okay, one of that VLAN we have created, right? VLAN 100. So VLAN, you can see VLAN 100, VLAN 100 we have created. So we have, I told you already, if you are creating in the server, let's say this is the server. Let me change the name, host name server. So it will be very easy to understand. This is the server, and let's say this is host name. This is client. So client, when you are trying to create VLAN, you are not able to do it. But once you have done in that server, you have able to do it, and you can see that VLAN is here already. You can see that. Now you can see the VLAN is there. But what we have discussed, if we create that VLAN on that server, it should be coming to client. But if you see in that client, you go here and open in the client, let's say show VLAN brief, you can see that VLAN 100 is not there. Why? Because the trunk we have not done. Trunk means, like, if you go here, so this interface first Ethernet 0 by 1, if you go to that interface and make that trunk, then the information will be come up here. So let me do it. So once you'll be going here, interface first Ethernet 0 by 1, now switch port mode trunk. So once you made the trunk, so you can see it, some changes will happen. Like, see, again it went down that interface, and it will come within 50 seconds. And after that, you can see that VLAN information will be come up here. So same thing we can execute out here. Like, you go here and run the command. Let's say this is switch. You'll go here, cnft. Now you can type that command, VTP mode server. Now VTP domain Now VTP password Cisco. Now you go here and check. So VTP status. Now I can see over here it's showing VTP version, that is 1, 2, 3, all those VTP version 1, 2 and 3 this device supports. Okay, this is the device ID. So those all it's very important. Now once we'll be going here in this, now you'll be going to the client. This is the client, and you give that command. So VTP status, it's a client. Guys, can you see it here that by default VLAN was what, 5. Now you see one of that VLAN has been added, so that's why it becomes 6. So VLAN 100, I mean that mean from server that information has been updated to the client. So you see here show VLAN brief. Now see VLAN 100 came here. So for you, once again I'm telling, let's say this is your server. So this was your server, this was your server, and this was your client. So we have configured here VTP name as a server, VTP mode server, VTP domain, VTP password. So VTP client, VTP domain, VTP password. Then we have done the trunk here in this port, and then we have created VLAN 100. So immediately that VLAN 100 information has been exchanged here. Also you have seen you can create VLAN here, you can't create a VLAN here. Okay, now let's take you to that VTP pruning. So what exactly the pruning is, so you have to know what is VTP pruning. So it's a very good features actually. So what happened, like it reduce the broadcast in your network. So more you have broadcast, your switch will be using more processor, and that is not a good practice. So once we'll be enabling that VTP pruning, so immediately those things will be like broadcast and other things will be less. Now you can see here server sync with that other client. If you configure that VTP, okay, let's say this is your VTP you have configured, if you imagine, let's say this is your server and you having client. Okay, once you enable that in the server, so it will be sync with the client as well. So how to configure that VTP pruning? So you just give that command here. Let me take you into this. You'll go here, you'll go here. So if you see show VTP status, can you see here that pruning is disabled, right? Even you can check here like this, show interface pruning. Now you see pruning is not enabled. Now once we will be going global configuration mode and give that command VTP pruning. Now see that VTP pruning is on. Now you go here, show VTP status. Now you can see the VTP pruning is enabled now. Alright guys, so I'm stopping it here. You practice and keep me updated. If there is anything, I will definitely help you out. And please go through that you will be getting almost all the answers from here. Once we'll be going through VTP works in which layer, VTP types, transparent, and all those difference between that VTP server, client, and transparent. Now VTP, like how it VTP works, VTP message types, every message type, what all information it can keep. So it's very important, guys. So please go through that. Thank you.